Sometimes when roaming London, one can forget what real England is, what with the hyper-modernisation of the city and the cities around the country. One can forget just how beautiful some parts of the country really are. And I think that there's this discussion that many of us have been having about our resentment for what we call modernism today. But I think a broader populace are becoming more aware. The more that these skyscrapers and colourful art pieces go up, the harder it is for you to avoid noticing some of the social, architectural decline, which is not just ruining our skylines, but ruining our mood and our state of mind. I am in the stunning, beautiful village of Castleton in Derbyshire. I'd like to make a quick point to you. This place is, as it should be, protected heavily. You can't just come along here and stick up a modern complex. And I'd like to make the point that the whole of England, as far as I'm concerned, could have this idyllic nature. This is a prime example, but there's no excuse for the rest of our nation, or Britain in general, not to look like this. We confuse progress for what's important, but what is progress? To me, it's not progression if we lose our cultural heritage and the beauty of our nation. People have become so used to this capitalistic idea that it's okay, I can afford this plot of land, someone can afford it, they're just trying to make some money. But at what cost in the long run? Because what they actually take is far more than what they give. And for me, this is something that all of us could have experienced, whether you're from a city or wherever. If we look at London, it is the height of depressing modernism. Why? Because we've allowed it. Progress for the sake of progress is in fact social and historical decline.
Imagine, if you will, one could protect what's important over the damaging nature of economic growth. I would personally protect all British buildings of importance, be they pubs or old-fashioned cottages. If one was to put laws in place which protected such properties, we would see a huge loss to the financial industry and huge gains to our culture and historical preservation. If we put laws in place to stop foreign buyers, as well as preventing modern vandals, one would see we never needed the false rush for progress. I can already see hundreds of restrictions for the millionaires and billionaires who've been given free rein to destroy our heritage with these few rules alone. I can also hear the non-arguments from the capitalistic characters who genuinely come to believe that modern technology, tacky modernism and liberal values are something they're actually entitled to over the beauty of our beloved soil. We've been taught to believe that this futuristic world is somehow natural, as opposed to the unnatural reality which has been fabricated and choreographed for us.
So if we was to compare London or modern Manchester, any modern city really, with the idyllic Castleton or Cotswolds or any of the beautiful villages and towns across Britain, we're left with a very sombre, depressing conclusion. One which helps to highlight a point which I make often and I'd like you to take home with you. It's a simple one, but for me, it's deeply concerning. Just because you fill something up doesn't mean it isn't empty. Think for yourself, and we'll see you soon. Take care.